As with any interior install, a couple things to note. Take some pictures as you go, sort your bolts, and if something doesn't come out easily, don't pull on it, find the missing bolt. All right, so we'll take out the glove box. The first is the screw on the side here. Basic clip, pop that out. Now we can open up the glove box, and there's a number of screws in here, and we'll just work our way across.
Yeah. Oh, big kid now.
Close that up, and then we've got 2 on the bottom. Don't forget to unplug the glove box light. So now we're going to take out the center console pieces. First will be the shifter trim. Then we're going to take out the e-brake trim. Then we're going to take out the stereo and HVAC trim. And then the 2 side pieces, and all this center piece will come out. I'm going to take the upper bolts out. And then there are 2 bolts down here. Certain models will have a button. This section should come out. These 2. And then this section will just come out. If it hasn't come out in a while, it may come out a little bit tougher, but just pull on it a little bit and the clips will let it free. And then on the back side, this model is from a 2005, so it has the auto climate control. So we'll disconnect this little hose here and then 2 connectors. The earlier models with manual climate control will come apart a little bit differently, but the same process will still apply. Now we're going to take off this panel here. There's only 1 screw for it and then a couple clips. But you're just going to pull on it. And that's it. And now we'll move on to the driver's side to get the under tray below the steering column. So we're going to take out this clip. There are 2 screws underneath. When we get it down, we're going to unplug all the switches, and then we're going to disconnect the OBD2 port and then unscrew the data link connector. Don't worry about that. We'll find it later. Now this will just unclip. And then we've got a few switches to unplug. And then the OBD2 port has a little push tab on the side. A flathead screwdriver will get inside that little groove and pop it out. And then the last one is the data link connector. This one's a little tricky to get to. And with that, our lower trim panel is out. Now we're going to take this little bracket off because that will allow us to get this trim panel off. There are 2 bolts, one here and one here. Might have to crack them free if it hasn't been taken off before. And they're just 2 10mm bolts. And now that we have that out, we can take the last screw to get this panel out. Same thing as the other side, just a couple clips, and it comes right out. So now we're going to take out the gauge cluster. First step, anytime you're taking the gauge cluster out, get that steering wheel all the way down, give you more room to work. And then really it's just 2 screws for the bezel inside here, and then 3 screws for the cluster itself. So 1 up here, 2. Normally this would pop all the way out, but he's got an aftermarket gauge in here, so it's going to get a little tight. We'll just leave that off to the side. And then there are 3 screws inside. Start with the top one here. And then it'll just slide out, and there are 3 connectors on the back. And now our gauge cluster's out. Just gotta do it fast. There we go. There we go. And as we install this, we want to just double check that we're not going to pinch any wires. So we'll do a quick check of where they're routed to make sure nothing gets pinched along the way. And won't forget our little button down here. And the last step will be the shifter trim and shift knob. And don't forget the cigarette lighter plug, very important. Powering your accessories, because no one smokes around here. That's bad for you. But I don't judge. And the shift knob. Now we're ready to do the glove box for the final install. Now would be a good time to install the ECU plate. As you put the ECU plate on, just ensure that you're not pinching any of the wires that are underneath it. In this case, we've got room underneath. We're good here. A couple poking out. This car also has AVCS, which is that guy. That's why there's a few extra wires on this car. It has all of the iWire products. So thank you to Tony for his generous support of iWire. Now we're in the last steps here. So now we're going to plug in IVSS, the main connection point for DCCD, and the last connector for the display port. And we're ready to put the glove box back in. Don't forget your glove box light. All important. So please keep an eye on what we have going on our Instagram, our website, iWireUSA.com. You can email us at info@iWireUSA.com. And remember, simple install, serious performance.